All right, then, here we are. Round 2. Joyner's side now. We heard Skepta's, or as Joyner's been calling him, Skippy. So now it's Joyner's side, or as Skepta's calling him, Jonah. We got Joyner and Skippy. It's crazy. This one's called Round 2 KO. He's sticking with the same theme of the UK-US flags here, but on the boxing gloves this time. Cold little art. All right, let's see what it's saying. The blood dripping off.
You fucked up now, nigga. Joyner.
And that's a subtle thing as well. He's got the blood dripping off the American glove, not the British glove. Meaning that America has done the most damage, aka he's saying that Joyner has done the most damage in this so far and what he's going to do here. Okay, subtle things. I like that.
Let me teach you how to terminate nigga.
Hold on.
Joyner. Let me teach you how to terminate niggas on sight, little bitch. You would never be a G level. I don't care where you from or where you grew up. You would still get slapped with a tea kettle. You ain't smoking on shit. You ain't never been lit. I turn big smoke to a weed pebble. Stop talking about hits and that platinum shit, little hoe. You barely went sheet metal. Let's talk about how you got ran for your chain that was curled on the floor like a leaf petal. Let's talk about how you never grew up that hard and your mom always pushed you to be better. Let's talk about how your career fell off and the shit went straight through the meat shredder. I'm mad that I ever heard your music at all. If I didn't, I'd probably even sleep better. Hey, fuck this nigga, I'ma spray with it. Put a Glock 19 to his face with it. Always knew you was a bitch, you was raised with it. Now I know why your daddy okay with it. I should take your flag and burn that shit. Give it back, then put you in the grave with it. How you gonna steal ASAP Rocky swag and fuck it all up and go gay with it? You started it. I ain't ducking no smoke, want all of it. Wanna steal my culture and talk your shit cause you mad that you can't be a part of it. You don't get no play, we ain't bumping it. Flex ain't never dropping no bombing it. You got the worst songs that I ever heard in my life. I don't even wanna hear niggas humming it. Oh, you bringing up Tory, I'm loving it. They forgot my liddy went done with it. Me and Tory ain't never had smoke, that was really my nigga. We were just having fun with it. From the black Eminem, that's a compliment. I'ma wear that badge, I'ma honor it. That nigga sold like 220 million records and I bet you'd have bought a whole lot of them. Niggas mad at me cause it bothered them. Guess his mama never told him she was proud of him. Even niggas like Giggs really hate your shit. He a real OG, there's a lot of them. You
okay.
Niggas ain't fine with it. You got a little cosign and you proud of it. And you'll do anything just to get a little over your chain, even swallow it. A whole big smoke is ready to cheat with him. Better call the pole and bring the police with him. Bring enough heat to cook up a beef with him. Wet a nigga up and bring in the beach with him. Bullet get stuck, you feeling the deep in him. Pussy ass nigga, I'm making a geese with him. A wagyu steak, I cut up a piece with him. Floss on a nigga, I'm picking my teeth with him. Cough on a nigga, I'm making disease hit him. Walk on a nigga, and taking no leash with him.
Okay, this... He's had a lot of punches so far. We're going to go back afterwards, go through it and try dissect it bit by bit. But in terms of the song, in terms of the actual song itself, I feel like his previous one as a song was harder. Obviously, that doesn't matter. That's just my personal preference. But in terms of the disses, he's definitely coming a lot better with it. This section here, it seems like he's turning up. Okay. It's kind of a similar thing that Skepta did as well. The first half was all right, and then in the second half, Skepta turned up. It seems like Joyner might be doing the same here.
Pussy ass nigga, I'm making a geese with him. A wagyu steak, I cut up a piece with him. Floss on a nigga, I'm picking my teeth with him. Cough on a nigga, I'm making disease hit him. Walk on a nigga, and taking no leash with him. Lock a nigga out, I'm leaving his teeth with him. Lock a nigga down and bury the keys with him. Snake ass niggas, they really don't need venom. I'm skinning them alive and making a feast with him. Nigga need help, we bringing the streets with him. Give a nigga hell, I'm bringing a priest with him. I'ma send him to hell and I bet the devil and tell him that I'm a demon who broke a piece of that heaven and fell in. Bitch, I'm a predicate felon. I put a shell in your melon and everything I ever set up on a record. I'm in it. But we talk about how many fucking records you selling. Cause even back up in your country, they don't check up and listen. You only sold a couple thousand and I'm betting it's 7. They only sell it at the counter at the 7-Eleven. And when I finish with you, I bet they will never forget it. There ain't a single motherfucker who can sever this weapon. I hate your accent and everything you said in the record. I need subtitles to get it. I'm checking the spelling. I promise you that Drizzy the only one that ever would mention you being a legend. Nobody will agree what he said. And I promise you it's gonna hunt you when you sleep in your bed. And I promise you that when it's over, I'ma leave an impression. And yeah, I hope you know the pressure's on when I drop this shit. Cause you really on the clock, boy. I'ma write a perspective song from a UK nigga who think he a top boy. Since you wanna talk about influence, let's talk about the female clothes you rock, boy. I seen you in an interview dressed like a bitch. I guess you really a top boy. I catch him outside of the Birkin store, the Victoria's Secret shop, boy. Take all your shit, then give it to my bitch. She'll love that drip you got, boy. Put the UK US shit to the side. This is me against you, little pop boy. Clean up on L6, I don't wipe this bitch. Somebody come bring me a mop, boy. How to turn Joseph to a crime scene. Why the fuck a nigga thinking he could try me? How you do your nigga wildly dirty, then turn your back on a UK crime scene? You a snake ass hoe, you slimy. You irrelevant bitch, you behind me. I don't even understand how you still got fans. I ain't heard your name since the 90s. I'm a hybrid nigga with a high beam. Turn a UK nigga to a line beam. Just around 2KO, you ain't getting up. Better call the ER to revive him. After this, I bet you wanna fight me. That's the reason why niggas don't like me. Thought you was that nigga when you talk your shit. Now you sitting back wondering why me.
Okay. Okay, let's go through it again and break it down. It's got the... I was going to put the lyrics on screen as well, but it's going to be auto-generated, so it's probably not going to be perfectly accurate.
Right, little bitch,
Or it might be.
G-level. I don't care where you from or where you grew up, you will still get slapped with a tea kettle. Yeah.
Okay, so rebuttal of basically the first thing Joyner was saying, like, or Skepta was saying, like, you don't live around Tottenham, you ain't never been here, you're not gonna come here. Or maybe that was Skepta's rebuttal to Joyner in the first one, basically saying, I'll come to Tottenham and that's where I'm gonna dig your grave for you. And Skepta's basically saying, nah, you're not gonna do that. You're not about this life. You're not about it. You're not gonna go do it. Joyner's come back and basically just said, I don't care where you grew up, you'll still get slapped with a tea kettle. The little like British thing, tea. Yeah, okay. Nothing crazy. Quite funny.
You ain't smoking on shit, you ain't never been lit. I turn Big Smoke to a weed pebble.
Okay, playing on Skepta's name, aka Big Smoke, is one of his one of the things he calls himself. It's also a reference to like London. Used to be called the Big Smoke as well, if you didn't know. But he said, you ain't smoking on shit, you ain't never been lit. I turn Big Smoke to a weed petal. It'll turn you to a weed, something irrelevant, something that's just a nuisance. It'll be there. But you're saying you ain't ever been lit, smoke, weed, you know, it all links. Good wordplay.
Smoke to a weed pebble. Stop talking about hits and that platinum shit, little hoe. You barely went sheet metal. Let's.
I said, stop talking about hits and all that platinum shit, little hoe. You barely went sheet metal. You know, in music, you can go silver, gold, platinum, diamond. And Skepta had like a triple platinum hit with it was a feature with ASAP. Praise the Lord. And he's basically saying that you ain't even been sheep metal in this. Again, something that's a bit like I don't know the actual logistics for it. Skepta gold / platinum record. Is there like a website that can just come up with it? I don't know. Can each write certified gold, stay away, certified platinum. So yeah, he's got songs that are certified gold and platinum. Most of his things, like his individual songs, probably silver and below. I don't know about Joyner's. Let's have a look. Joyner Lucas, gold / platinum records. What's Joyner got? Certified platinum, 3 golds for I'm Not Racist, and their features as well. Chris Brown assisted, and yeah, and then the other ones probably. So I mean, in terms of like popularity, in terms of, you know, certification on songs, they're pretty much equal when it comes to that. So I mean, them going back and forth over that, kind of irrelevant in my opinion. You can have your own opinion. Also, the fact that a lot of people are saying that like Skepta's not big. Skepta literally has double the monthly listeners of Joyner. So again, I don't think that's something that you can compare there. He has double the monthly listeners and he's from the UK. A place that has about, I don't know how many, 5 to 7 times less people than what's in America. And America's known better as as a more global market. Like if you breach America, you've kind of like made it big. And if Joyner's got half the amount of monthly listeners that Skepta has, you could argue that Joyner hasn't even breached America. And Skepta's got double. So what does that say, him being out there already? Anyway, all right. So I mean, these things here, these back and forths that they had about platinum. Again, nothing hits too hard because it's all kind of pointless and irrelevant because they're both equal there. Saying one's bigger than the other or one's less than the other when they're equal is kind of pointless.
In that platinum shit, little hoe, you barely went sheet metal. Let's talk about how you got ran for your chain that was curled on the floor like a leaf petal. Let's talk about how you never grew up that hard and your mom always pushed you to be better.
Okay. All right, so there he's saying stuff now. He's saying stuff. He said, let's talk about how you got ran for your chain and you were curled up on the floor like a leaf petal. He was talking about the weed pet. What did he say? He mentioned that, so it's playing off that as well. But he's saying he curled up on the floor, kind of like he's in like a uterus type thing. The baby situation. When someone stole his chain. Okay. Big dig. Big dig if true. I don't know. Must be.
Let's talk about how you never grew up that hard and your mom always pushed you to be better.
And Skepta's always saying like, you know, you never grew up where we from. It's the streets. It was tough. And this is a kind of, it's kind of an Eminem 8 Mile angle that Joyner's coming at here with like the, Lawrence had real good parents, or Terrence, whatever his fucking name was. He's basically saying that, yeah, you actually had a decent upbringing. Your mom always pushed you to be better. You know, you didn't grow up that hard. You didn't have it that bad. Okay, this is better.
You never grew up that hard and your mom always pushed you to be better. Let's talk about how your career fell off and the shit went straight through the meat shredder. I'm mad that I ever heard your music at all. If I didn't, I'd probably even sleep better. Hey, fuck.
Okay. I mean, now that's just stuff that you Skepta haters are just gonna love and eat up. But to say Skepta fell off, I would say is not true at all. He's still producing some of his biggest hits to this day, like some songs are absolutely booming. I think there was two songs just here. The one with Fred again, Victory Lap, recently in the last month has been ridiculous. That's like probably 30, 40, 50 million plus views already. And that's a new song. And he's still popping. So, I mean, he hasn't fell off at all, in my opinion. At all. I mean, in the US, is probably you see a different thing. Like I said in my previous reaction. In the US, you guys don't really listen to Skepta as much. Some of you will, but most of you probably don't know who he was or don't listen to him and don't care. That's fair enough. In the UK, it's the same thing, just the other way around, but even less so. I can guarantee you it's a lot harder to find someone in the UK who listens to Joyner Lucas than it is to find someone in America who listens to Skepta, especially New York, because Skepta's got a lot of links to New York, and it's, so again, disregard that one.
Never heard your music at all. If I didn't, I'd probably even sleep better. Hey, fuck this nigga, I'ma spray with it. Put a Glock 19 to his face with it. Always knew you was a bitch, you was raised with it. Now I know why your daddy okay with it. I should take your flag and burn that shit. Give it back, then put you in a grave with it. How you gonna steal ASAP Rocky swag and fuck it all up and go gay with it? You started it.
So it's basically, okay, this here, yeah, fair, cold. All right. So we know ASAP Rocky, he likes to dress a bit flamboyant. He's a bit expressive with how he dresses. Skepta has been akin to that in his time. Like he has dressed a bit wild. He has dressed a bit wild sometimes. I think there was one time where he was wearing a kilt, I believe, and people were mistaking it for a skirt, but it's technically not a skirt. I mean, it's a Scottish tradition, a kilt. You can call it a skirt, whatever you want. He has dressed pretty flamboyant. I wouldn't do it, but each to their own. Each to their own, but fair enough. Fair enough. I like that one. It's a dig.
All up and go gay with it. You started it.
What the fuck is that noise? Where'd that come from? Are you guys hearing that?
You started it. I ain't ducking no smoke, want all of it. Wanna steal my culture and talk your shit cause you mad that you can't be a part of it. You don't get no play, we ain't bumping it. Flex ain't never dropping no bombing it. You got the worst songs that I ever heard in my life. I don't even wanna hear niggas humming it. Oh, you bringing up Tory, I'm loving it. They forgot my lady went dumb with it. Me and Tory ain't never had smoke. That was really my nigga. We were just having fun with it. From the
I don't know if you guys can hear this right now, but there's some really weird screeching going on that just started out of nowhere. And I'm not going to lie, don't know what's going on. So I'm just going to unplug. Shit, one sec. Okay, is the mic work? Okay, I'm just going to unplug stuff and hopefully that sorted it because that sounds horrible in my ears. So I'm hoping you guys can't hear it. The Tory thing here. He said, Skepta saying that Tory smoked him. You're a bitch. I don't hit women, but Tory evidently didn't mind. That was a fucking bar. The rebuttal basically saying that we never had no smoke. Pardon me. We never had no smoke. We were just having fun with it. We're actually boys. I don't know. If that's true, calm. Cool. I was none the wiser. And you wouldn't be able to tell from the back and forth they had.
We were just having fun with it. From the black Eminem, that's a compliment. I'ma wear that badge, I'ma honor it. Niggas sold like 220 million records and I bet you'd have bought a whole lot of them. Niggas mad at me cause it bothered them.
He's bigging up M here at the same way of kind of, wearing that badge that he said. You're the black Stan. You're the black Eminem. You want to be like him with the rap fast and all that stuff there. To be fair, he said that's a compliment. I'd say that is a compliment. I don't think that's an outrageous diss at all. The black Stan, yeah, was a funny one, but I mean, comparing someone to Eminem on any level, I think is a compliment. So I think Joyner's got him there, and then basically referencing that he sold 220 million records, and I bet you bought a whole lot of them. Like I bet you've listened to Eminem's music like in your lifetime. So to act like you don't appreciate him as well, it's kind of outrageous.
And I bet you'd have bought a whole lot of them. Niggas mad at me cause it bothered them. Guess mama never told him she was proud of him. Even niggas like Giggs really hate your shit. He a real OG, there's a lot of them.
So this is auto-corrected here to even brothers like Dick. That's a crazy sentence, by the way. Pause. That's meant to be Giggs. He's saying Giggs. Giggs, a UK rapper, aka the landlord. In my opinion, I don't like Giggs, if I'm being honest. He has bangers. He's got the UK's national anthem, and back in the day, yeah, he's got some. he's an OG in the game, don't get me wrong. But when it comes to actual rapping ability, I don't think he's got it at all. I don't think he's got anything, really. Especially compared to the artists that we do have in the UK. Anyway, he's basically saying this because Giggs put out a post, a lot of you guys probably wouldn't have seen. It was like a 6-minute rant in his car where he was talking about UK rappers that want to discuss rap and battle for rap against the US. They should be rappers. And he was saying Skepta is a grime artist that sometimes raps. Skepta is not a rap artist at its core. And Giggs was basically arguing the fact that Skepta shouldn't be the one doing it, probably, because he's not a rapper. He's a grime artist who raps. And I don't know, I disagree completely. I think if you can rap, regardless if rap is your main genre or not. I think I would argue that rap is Skepta's main genre now. He might have grew up on grime, but I'd argue it's his main thing now. I would say like it doesn't matter what you can do if you can bar, if you feel like you want to be involved, then I feel like you can do it. I don't think you need to be part of a certain genre to do it. You know what I mean? Obviously, you're not going to see two dancehall or Afrobeats people going back and back in a rap battle. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but probably not. You know what I mean? But I feel like grime and rap are similar enough where that doesn't really matter. But this thing here, playing into the gigs, not liking him as well, cold, very cold. He's done his research.
Gigs really hate your shit. He a real OG. There's a lot of them. You be dick ride niggas and you fine with it. You got a little cosign and you proud of it. And you'll do anything just to get a little over your chain, even swallow it. A whole big smoke is ready to cheat.
He's basically saying you would suck Drake's dick to get an OVO chain, to get that cosign. When he brought Drake on Wireless, the show here in the UK, on Saturday, Drake and the Mandem, he brought Skepta out. And that's the part where Drake kind of incited this beef more by saying that UK has the best rappers in the world, or whatever, which I don't think is true, by the way. But, you know, is what it is.
A whole big smoke is ready to cheat with him. Better call the pole and bring the police with him. Bring enough heat to cook up a beef with him. Wet a nigga up and bring in the beats with him. The bullet gets stuck, he feeling the deep in him. Pussy ass nigga, I'm making a geese with him. A wagyu steak, I cut up a piece with him. Floss on a nigga, I'm picking my teeth with him. Cough on a nigga, and make a disease hit him. Walk on a nigga, and taking no leash with him. Lock a nigga out, I'm leaving his teeth with him. Lock a nigga down and bury the keys with him. Snake ass niggas, they really don't need venom. I'm skinning them alive and making a feast with him. Nigga need help, we bringing the streets with him. Give a nigga hell, I'm bringing the priest with him. I'ma send him to hell and I bet the devil and tell him that I'm a demon who broke a piece of that heaven and fell in, bitch. I'm a predicate.
And I hear he's just showing his ability. But to be fair, this isn't an area to just show your ability like this. But I respect it from someone who's, you know, this is entertaining for us. I like this. This is the side of Joyner I like. But is he saying anything here? Not really. Apart from, you know, like, he's like Wagyu beef and I'll cook him and, you know, I'll do all that and I'll knock his teeth out and I'll floss with it. And, you know, yeah, it's not really anything substantial, but it sounds cold. I'll give him that. It sounds very cold.
Stuck, you feeling the deep in him. Pussy ass nigga, I'm making a geese with him. A wagyu steak, I cut up a piece with him. Floss on a nigga, I'm picking my teeth with him. Cough on a nigga, and make a disease hit him. Walk on a nigga, and taking no leash with him. Lock a nigga out, I'm leaving his teeth with him. Lock a nigga down and bury the keys with him. Snake ass niggas, they really don't need venom. I'm skinning them alive and making a feast with him. Nigga need help, we bringing the streets with him. Give a nigga hell, I'm bringing the priest with him. I'ma send him to hell and I bet the devil and tell him that I'm a demon who broke a piece of that heaven and fell in, bitch. I'm a predicate felon, I put a shell in your melon and everything I ever set up on a record. I'm in it. But we talk about how many fucking records you selling. Cause even back up in your country, they don't check up and listen. You only sold a couple thousand and a bet in the 7. They only sell it at the counter at the 7-Eleven. And when I finish with you, I bet they would never forget.
Okay, so there he's going back to the thing of that. How many records are you selling back up in your country? Because they don't check up. What is he calling them? Is he calling the streams plagiarism? What? Like they're fake streams? Because I don't know. Skepta's still doing numbers out here, so I don't understand this. Especially like when Skepta's doing more numbers than you, doing literally double your numbers. I don't know how you can go at him for numbers. That's like the one part I'm going to say. You can say I'm biased, but I mean, it's quite literally facts. So it's not biased at all. I'm trying to be very unbiased. I understand that a lot of you still think I'm biased, but, you know, might need to get your head checked.
Predicate felon, I put a shell in your melon and everything I ever set up on a record. I'm in it. But we talk about how many fucking records you selling. Cause even back up in your country, they don't check up and listen. You only sold a couple thousand and a bet in the 7. They only sell it at the counter at the 7-Eleven. And when I finish with you, I bet they would never forget it. There ain't a single motherfucker who can sever this weapon. I hate your accent and everything you said in the record. I need subtitles to get it. I'm checking the spelling. I promise you that Drizzy only.
And that's, I'm not gonna lie. In my opinion, you've dissed yourself saying that. Where I said, I hate your accent. Everything's set on the record. I need subtitles to get it. Something about spelling. Bro said he needs subtitles to understand what he's saying. That says more about the way that, you know, that says more about you than it says about us, because I can understand you perfectly. I can understand Skepta perfectly. I can understand people from all over the world perfectly, even if they have broken English, if English is their first language with a different accent. You know, I never really struggle about it. And maybe that's just a British thing, because we've got so many different, I mean, everyone in the world's got loads of different accents, but I mean, like, in the UK, you can go like an hour or two down the road and someone's got a vastly different accent to you. And some of the accents in the UK are nearly unintelligible. Nearly. Like, to you guys, they would be. It would be fucking gobbledygook. It would be like they're not speaking English at all. But I mean, yeah, I think that's more of a diss at yourself there. So he missed the punch and it threw back at himself. That was not it.
And everything you said in the record, I need subtitles to get it. I'm checking the spelling. I promise you that Drizzy only one I ever would mention you being a legend. Nobody would agree what he said, and I promise you it's gonna hunt you when you sleep in your bed. And I promise you that when it's over, I'ma leave an impression. And yeah, I hope you know the pressure's on when I.
Okay, and then he said another thing about Drizzy. He said the thing that Drizzy said that you're the best or whatever, or you're being a legend. Nobody would agree with that, I promise. Okay then. Okay.
Promise you was gonna hunt you when you sleep in your bed, and I promise you that when it's over, I'ma leave an impression. And yeah, I hope you know the pressure's on when I drop this shit, cause you really on the clock, boy. I'ma write a perspective song from a UK nigga who think he a top boy. Since you wanna talk
That's cold. That's cold. And I want him to do that. The rebuttal of you only make hits from another person's perspective. You can't even talk about what you're doing in this life. The only time your song bangs is when it's a perspective thing. It's nothing about you. And he said, well, okay, I'll make a song from a person from the UK, from a top boy perspective. That's huge. That was big. I like that. That was a huge rebuttal.
Yeah, I hope you know the pressure's on when I drop this shit, cause you really on the clock, boy. I'ma write a perspective.
Also, that bit there, that doesn't make any sense. You know the pressure's on when I drop this because you're really on the clock. I mean, Skepta dropped his in like 2 to 3 days. It's taken Joyner a week. So, I mean, I don't think you can be talking about being on the clock when you're taking double the amount of time Skepta is. Do you know what I mean? Like, again, week.
This shit, cause you really on the clock, boy. I'ma write a perspective song from a UK nigga who think he a top boy. Since you wanna talk about influence, let's talk about the female clothes you rock, boy. I seen you in an interview dressed like a bitch. I guess you really a top boy. I catch him outside in the Birkin store.
That's cold as well. Yeah, he's got him there. Again, alluding to the ASAP thing about him dressing a bit flamboyant in females' clothes. there is one thing that people sent. It wasn't a skirt, but it did look it looked like netted or something. And him here saying, you really a top boy, playing on Top Boy, the show, like being a top boy in the UK, all that stuff, and the thing on Netflix. But he's calling him a bitch. You're really a top boy. Probably alluding to the fact, like, you know, when you're having sex, if you're on top, it's normally the female, so he's calling him a bitch in that aspect, basically saying he's a girl, he's on top. I'm pretty sure that's what he means there. Bar. That was big. That was a big hit.
I seen you in an interview dressed like a bitch. I guess you really a top boy. I catch him outside in the Birkin store, the Victoria's Secret shop, boy. Take all your shit, then give it to my bitch. She'll love that drip you got, boy. Put the UK, US shit to the side. This is me against you, little pop, boy. Clean up on L6, I don't wipe this bitch. Somebody come bring me a mop, boy. How to turn Joseph to a crime scene. Why the fuck a nigga thinking he could try me? How you do your nigga wildly dirty, then turn your back on a UK crime scene? You a snake ass hoe, you slimy.
Okay, now he's addressing more people in the UK scene. So he mentioned Gigs earlier. Now he's talking about Wiley, not Wildly. That's what generated wrong. Wait, how did he exactly say?
How you do your nigga wildly dirty, then turn your back on a UK
How you do Wiley dirty and then turn your back on
grime scene?
on the UK grime scene? Because as I said, Skepta started out as a grime artist. Now he still is a grime artist, but he predominantly, I don't think he does grime as majority anymore. It's more like rap and stuff. And he kind of turned his back on, I mean, most people turned their back on Wiley. Not all, but most. He went at Stormzy one time, and Stormzy absolutely shut him down. Them disses were a lot more personal than these because they had a lot more on each other. They were that was serious. I've never been the biggest fan of Wiley, but people call him he's the godfather of grime. One of the OGs, one of the people who kind of brought it to the UK, or maybe like birthed it in the UK. But he's not getting the flowers he deserves. But I mean, that's a story for another day. Wiley's that's a weird one. That's a weird topic. I'm not a fan of Wiley myself. I can't lie. All right, what's going on here, bro?
Back on a UK crime scene. You a snake ass hoe, you slimy. You irrelevant bitch, you behind me. I don't even understand how you still got fans. I ain't heard your name since the 90s. I'm a hybrid nigga with a high beam. Turn a UK nigga to a line beam. Just around 2KO, you ain't getting up. Better call the ER to revive him.
Okay, so I don't know how you still got fans. I ain't heard your name since the 90s. Again, I mean, I guess it is a diss because he's saying, like, I don't know how you've got fans. I ain't heard your name in so long. But also, you're giving him, that's the longevity that Skepta's had. He's been around for a very long time. Been making music for over 20 years. But I don't understand if you've still got fans. I ain't heard your name. Again, bro's got double your monthly listeners, so you need to stop coming with that direction because it just doesn't work.
Nigga with a high beam, turn a UK nigga to a line beam. Just around 2KO, you ain't getting up. Better call the ER to revive him. After this, I bet you wanna fight me. That's the reason why niggas don't like me. Thought you was that nigga when you talk your shit. Now you sitting back wondering why me.
Okay, all right. So what did you think of that? Is there anything that I missed? I don't think there was anything I missed a lot. I mean, I feel like I covered pretty much everything. That's a tricky one, It's a lot closer. It's a lot closer to cool. I mean, what are the biggest things that he came with? The fact that Skepta's not really about it, that he didn't have a bad that he didn't really have a bad upbringing. Interesting diss, but I guess it can be a diss because Skepta's saying that you don't really know where we're from, we're really like that, da-da-da. So it's a rattle on that. But if you said that to anyone else, just, oh, you didn't really have a bad upbringing, you had a great, you know, you had a nice, healthy relationship with your family and you weren't even in the streets. Like, okay, that was good for me. It's not really a diss, but in this aspect, I can see how it is. Him being a bitch and wearing female clothes. I don't know. Okay, call me what you want to call me. I'm going to give that to Skepta. Can't lie. I'm going to give it to Skeppy. I'm going to say it's 1-1. I want round 3. I don't know what else they can say about each other because, I mean, I'm not going to lie. The information has been... The big hits and haymakers haven't really been there. I mean, it's different when you got, you know, Drake and Kendrick calling people PDF aisles and, you know, woman beaters. That's a lot more hard hitting, but I guess these guys can't say that because, like, that's not happening, I guess. Anyway, what did you guys think of it? Let me know. I'm excited for round 3. Let's go in a bit.